Coming up, Bethany celebrates its 178th Founders Day.
143 seniors graduate this spring.
I'm definitely excited. I'm going to miss a lot of people here, but I'm definitely excited for the next chapter of my life.
And Bethany alums bring great recognition to the college.
Hello, I'm Cody Coleman.
And I'm Cassie Swihart. Welcome to a special edition of BC Connect. Bethany is the oldest private college in West Virginia, founded in 1840. Each spring, it celebrates Founders Day with a ceremony to honor Alexander Campbell, who founded Bethany College, in order to help students be leaders who could help shape the national discourse on the great issues of the nation. The guest speaker, Dr. Richard Lowry, president of the Disciples of Christ Historical Society, said Campbell fought against one of those issues, slavery, long before the Civil War.
The most pressing moral and political issue of Campbell's day was slavery. Campbell was consistent throughout his life in the view that slavery was harmful to the nation and should ultimately be abolished.
This spring, the college held a new event, Scholarship Day, which highlights the academic work and achievement of Bethany students. Large crowds took in works varying from poster displays to a demonstration of clay sculpture to a performance by the Theater Arts Department in Wales Theater. Another tradition of spring, the Honors Day Convocation, brought together faculty, students, guests, and especially graduating seniors. 125 students received academic honors as members of the President's and Dean's lists. 143 students are graduating this spring. Cassie got thoughts from some of them on their time at Bethany.
Spring semester is soon coming to a close, and graduation is quickly approaching. We caught up with some seniors to see how they've enjoyed their time at Bethany and how they feel about this huge milestone that is ahead of them.
Experiences were great. I learned a lot of stuff, made a lot of new friends, gained a lot of different experiences that I think will really help me out in my future.
I have spent 4 years here, but I really want to get out of here and finally start my own career.
Definitely excited. I'm going to miss a lot of people here, but I'm definitely excited for the next chapter of my life. Finding a job. I've had a lot of experiences here, and I'm ready to move on.
I think the experience here at Bethany College is definitely unique. I'm one of Dr. Lovano's Spanish ATs, so I basically have teaching experience from that, which I think is very nice.
The graduates will be closing one chapter and opening another. When one door closes, another one opens.
It was former Bethany students who brought great recognition to the college by their achievements this year. Riley Harrison has the story.
Bethany is known as a small college of national distinction. It can now be known as a small college of global distinction.
And the Oscar goes to Frances McDormand, 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
If I may be so honored to have all the female nominees in every category stand with me in this room tonight. The actors, Meryl, if you do it, everybody else will, come on. The filmmakers, the producers, the directors, the writers, the cinematographer, the composers, the songwriters, the designers. Come on.
This is where Frances McDormand started her career, right here in the Wales Theatre at Bethany College.
Frances McDormand appeared in multiple productions in her time at Bethany. These included Of Thee I Sing, 1978, as well as A Little Night Music in 1979, and Abelard and Heloise, 1978. We spoke to Peter Jensen about his time alongside Frances whilst at Bethany.
I would say that she was always someone of very strong conviction, and she was not just sort of a go with the flow person. She had strong ideas, and I know, and I wasn't directly involved, but I know that she had strong beliefs in whether it was the roles or how certain plays were interpreted or things like that. She was not shy about her opinion.
Furthermore, Peter said she always fought for better roles for women. We spoke to student Caroline Dudley about Frances's impact.
It's really inspiring to be able to attend a school as Frances McDormand, as she's an Oscar-winning actress. She's really fantastic, and it's nice knowing that she stood at the same places I have around campus.
An outstanding achievement in her field, inspiring students to believe that anything is possible. McDormand wasn't the only former Bethany student to win a prestigious acting award this year. William H. Macy took home the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Male Actor in a Comedy Series. It's been an outstanding year for Bethany alums.
Thanks, Riley. There were other great achievements from Bethany alums this year. Class of '93 graduate and recording artist Rich Jock won a Grammy Award with Lisa Loeb for Best Children's Album.
Class of '98 alum Dan Lohman directed the critically acclaimed documentary Hot Rod about Hot Rod Hundley, one of West Virginia University's greatest ever basketball players. Several other Bethany alums worked on that project. Perhaps an Academy Award documentary nomination is in their future.
And for the 4th straight year, a group of Bethany's female alumni met students for its Women in Leadership Conference. Kirsten Revels is here with that story. Kirsten?
Thanks, Cassie. This is an opportunity for successful alumni to foster some sense of empowerment for female students on campus. Bethany held its 4th consecutive Women in Leadership Weekend. It's held in honor of Anne Wilkin Trombador, a Bethany alum who's often described as a lifelong, passionate mentor for women. The event was packed with events, kicking off with a panel discussion from Bethany alumni, and including speed interviews to expose students to the interview process and the importance of a personal key message.
I think one piece of advice, I heard it today, I think really as you start out to be kind to people, it sounds easy, but be a champion for other women. Early on in your career and starting out, I think it's easy to sometimes sit in the back and not speak up. And whether you're in a room full of males or a room full of older people who have more experience than you, everyone has something to offer. So I think it's just about having your voice, feeling confident, and being a champion for others, not just women, but everybody. Be kind to them and don't cut people down.
The event concluded with a networking reception. Students say they feel inspired after being in touch with such successful, confident, and powerful women.
Thanks, Kirsten. There will be some big changes coming to campus. A grant from the U.S. Department of Agriculture will fund $5 million to be used in building or renovating structures on campus. A renovation has already taken place in the Johnson Recreation Center. Daniel Booth is here with the news of that. Daniel?
The Johnson Recreation Center hasn't been updated since 1994, but that has changed over the winter. An update saw new turf laid out as well as a new indoor track. The state-of-the-art update suits the multi-sports regime for all the athletic teams on campus. Bethany College students thrive off academics, as well as training and playing sports. With the Recreation Centre being renovated, students can now use the brand new state-of-the-art facility for all sports uses. We spoke with student Ian Hayhurst on what his thoughts were of this new addition.
Well, I really like it. It's a lot nicer, a lot more modern. It's a nice floor that gives students the reason to come here and work out more than ever.
Bethany College gets especially cold over the winter period. This new addition helps students carry on with their sports regimes with no stoppages throughout the snowfall. We also got the chance to speak with AJ Worley and Alexis Reyes on what their thoughts were of the brand new state-of-the-art recreation center.
I'm so excited. It's great to put futsal in for us in the wintertime. The old floor had cracks in it, so at least guys aren't rolling their ankles. You know?
The new track is nice. It's a new addition. It gives Bethany a new look for new students start coming in.
Furthermore, a renovation to the entire athletic complex is scheduled to break ground later this year and will be named the Georgiana and Bob Riley Athletic Center.
Thanks, Daniel. Students saw a renovation to their dining facilities last fall. With that came a program that puts greater emphasis on food recycling with a purpose. Matt Caraney has that story.
Communications class 412 is making a marketing plan that allows Bethany College to give back to those farms that give us our food. So, what is the pig purpose?
We are working with the school, more specifically Parkhurst, our new dining services. Part of their efforts are sustainability, and with that they are doing a different food distribution and disposal way. It is called the Pig Purpose. With that whole around, we are educating the purpose on why they should be compliant in disposing in the right areas. What that entails is putting food scraps in a different location than paper and plastic. What that does is help create a landfill and it goes back to local farms. But what we're seeing is not everybody's complying with that, so we're doing an educational campaign to educate students, faculty, staff, consumers of the dining hall to comply with that, to make sure we are continuing the sustainability efforts.
We always try to look for a local angle, and Greg Capara, Director of Special Projects for President Rodenberg, came to us with the notion of sustainability, specifically that we are going to be taking our food scrap recycling and sharing that from the table to the farm with our pigs.
So as this is a fully integrated plan, we're doing social media, we're doing written communications, some events, some direct marketing, and what that entails is redoing the signs by the disposal areas, making them a little more educational.
I absolutely love doing integrated marketing plans. We did It's On Us campaign last year, which was part of a national campaign to raise awareness of Title IX concerns, and it worked out very well.
We're only here for one life, and we shouldn't be creating too much waste, and this is a way where we can reduce our waste while also getting back to the farm, while also supporting those local businesses, local farms.
So there you have it. A task as simple as separating your food scraps can help local farmers feed their livestock. So next time you go to throw your food out, remember the pig purpose and separate your food scraps.
Thanks, Matt. It was a tough winter on campus as heavy rains caused flooding on campus and on local roads, leaving local residents having to find detours and commuting students unable to get to school at times.
The rains caused severe damage to some of Bethany's athletic venues, as Marlon Mejia reports.
There's an update on campus as both the baseball field and tennis courts have been rehabbed. With the playing surfaces up and running, the two teams are looking forward to finishing out their seasons strong.
Thanks, Marlon. Sports is coming up next. First, a story about a Bethany basketball player who uses his quick hands in another way. Drew Williams is popular on campus not only because he's a basketball player, but because he's the go-to guy for getting your haircut. He has from 20 to 25 clients a week who he charges from $5 to $15 for his service, which he hopes to make his business.
Just take it step by step at a time. You know, I want to get my license in barbering, and then I would like to start my own business and own my own barbershop.
Drew is part of the basketball team that had a very good year. Linnell Willingham is here with sports. Linnell?
Thanks, Cassie. It was an eventful season for both the Bison men's and women's hoops teams. The men's team led by first-team All-Conference guard Khalik Jones. The team experienced postseason success, advancing to the finals of the conference title game for the first time under third-year head coach Nick Hager. We spoke with Jones, who told us about his time at Bethany and what he plans to do now.
I decided to pick Bethany because, you know, it was a nice school, small, couldn't get in trouble around here. You know, I could just be myself and, you know, meet new people and just get an education. I want to go overseas, play as many years as I can in basketball. And after basketball, I want to probably do something with sports communications, like be it on ESPN or CBS, or like start low and, start at a college first, be there, anchor over there, just do things like this, get in the studio, talk about sports, all types of stuff. So
There was success also for the women's team led by second-year coach Brian Sansom. The team won its first conference playoff game in 6 years, led by senior Kelsey Daugherty, who wrapped up her historic career by finishing third all-time in career points and second all-time in career rebounds. Daugherty talked on our track sports show about her future plans and one of her favorite moments at Bethany.
I'm hoping to get a job, hopefully, in like special education, working with children with autism mostly, and then hopefully opening up my own summer camp with children with autism. Getting engaged at practice would definitely be a favorite memory.
Were you expecting it at all?
No, I was not expecting it at all.
Good luck to them both. One of the great sports events of the year, the Winter Olympics, played out on television. Joe Beers talked to students about what they enjoyed about it. Joe?
The games were live on TV during prime time, so students had free time or they didn't have any classes. They could watch the sporting events live as they happened. And we talked to them to see what their favorites were.
The Olympic flame has been extinguished, so we sat down with some Bethany students to find out their thoughts on the Winter Games.
My favorite event at the Winter Olympics was probably the curling, like everybody else's, because it's not really had that much popularity before this Winter Olympics, but especially with America winning gold, it kind of came very popular within this country as well, so a lot of people started liking it, and it's a good sport to watch, especially.
My favorite event is the biathlon because it combines a cross-country ski and shooting, so I think that's important because it tests more than one skill.
So when the women won the gold medal against Canada in the Olympics, it's been like since 1998, so I was pretty pumped for it. I was pretty excited.
I had to say the skiing. I think it's pretty sweet. I've never gone skiing before. I've never really been. I snowboarded once and I kind of wiped out quite a few times. So I can appreciate the fact that they're pretty gnarly and pretty unreal.
During the skeleton events, I get very nervous that one of them may hurt themselves or get injured. But when it comes down to it, at the end, it's very exciting.
With the Winter Games coming to an end, we look forward to 2020, where the Summer Games will be coming up next in Tokyo, Japan. For BC Connect, this is Joe Beers.
Thanks, Joe. Cassie and Cody.
Thanks, Linnell. We want to reintroduce to you someone you met earlier, senior communications major Riley Harrison.
He's not only busy getting ready for graduation, but also making his second movie. Once again, here's Daniel Booth.
Here at Bethany College, students get the opportunity to take full advantage of all its resources, especially in the communications department, where Riley Harrison, a senior from Ballarat, Australia, is working on his latest independent film. Action! Harrison's original film was first released in 2015, where he directed a short independent film, A Typical Man, which received the award for Best Edited Film in his class. With 3 years of experience, he is now looking to write, direct, and star in his new pilot for a TV series that should be released by the end of spring 2018. We asked him about his new project coming up.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've kind of been putting it off, and I missed a couple classes, so...
Mate, this assignment's going to be absolutely easy. I've got an idea. Have you still got that camera?
Yeah.
Wait in.
Yeah, so my freshman year, I started out as a physical education major, and I took this digital media class, which I ended up making this film, Typical Man, and it was such a great experience. I really enjoyed myself, and from that I changed to a communications department, and over the last 3 years I think I've definitely learnt some valuable skills that I can make a really good film with.
Riley Harrison also went to say that he has the screenplay and actors prepared for this weekend when they all start filming.
Riley plans on returning to his native Australia after graduation. We wish him good luck.
Speaking of graduation, good luck to you too, Cassie. We wish you the best.
Thank you, Cody. And thank you for joining us for a special edition on BC Connect. Have a great day.